approaching east, lane departing runway 32. Nose to airmen, Republic Airport closed to excluding rotary wing aircraft at 10 p.m. local time. Runway 119 are closed till further notice, multiple taxiway closures as well. IFR departures advise ground control for taxi, you are IFR. Read dock all runway hold short instructions, runway assignments and altitude assignments. Advise above the tower on initial contact that you have information. Romeo.
So let's just get us moving here.
How do I know, like, whatever I'm talking to you, is not actually transmitted to the tower? Like,
When I press this button.
Okay.
Let me just call the tower, the ground. Republic Ground, Icarus 9 or Echo Ramp would like to request that you write down with departure.
Icarus 9 Republic Ground, right down 1 on request, runway 32, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 1.
Taxi via Alpha, cross runway 1, Icarus 9. I'm gonna release the parking brake, so I'm gonna bump the power. I'm gonna go power to idle, press on the brakes. So I want you to try your brakes. So move the seat a little bit forward, because you're too far. Yep, so just increase the RPM slowly and then go to idle. Now tap on the brakes on top. Oop, that's it, good. So I'm gonna give you the controls in a second. So I have the flight controls.
Your controls.
So we're gonna be taxiing here on the center line. Always on the center line, unless there is some obstacle that you want to avoid, then we have to taxi off the center line. But as of right now, everything looks good. We need some rudder to the left to keep it on that center line. So I want your hand always to be right here, so that way you can change the power setting as you need. So I'm gonna give you the controls as I come to this center line here. So make sure you're pressing on the rubber part in the bottom.
Yeah.
Not the bottom part of the more down. So you have flight controls now.
Yeah,
so maintain that center line. You have the flight controls. So we're clear to cross this runway. So nav light and landing light on. Anytime we cross a runway, lights on. Anytime. Even though it is closed. Doesn't matter. So let's reduce a little bit of power because we're gonna go too fast. Okay, keeping that center line. So if I tell you you're going too fast and I want you to slow down, first thing, you're gonna pull back on the power. Good. And now I want you to press on the brakes slowly so you can slow down a little bit. Let me increase this a little bit. So I want you to tap the brakes to slow down. Tap on the brakes. Good. So now I'm gonna go power to 1,000 RPM. Yep, right there. While keeping the camera. Pay attention, you're the one flying the airplane.
Yep.
Let me see what I can do here.
Just leave it. I think it's a problem.
Yeah, it will be a problem.
Yeah. Then let's just put it on the back.
So I turn it off.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, so you see that's the windsock. So it basically that's the most current wind direction and velocity. So right now it's not full deflected to the side. That means the wind is not basically over 18 knots, 17, 18 knots.
So the first one, if it's halfway, then it's...
I remember it was like 3, 6, something like that.
Yeah, 3, 6, 9, 12, like that.
Yep. So it has like different sectors.
Yeah.
So we're gonna taxi behind that airplane over there. Sorry, I forgot to turn off the lights after we pass the runway. So we're gonna go power to idle. It is on idle. It's fine. So we're gonna taxi here to the right. Whenever you go idle, just don't push it all the way like down like this. Just be gentle with the airplane. We're gonna do another turn here. Oh, they're going away, I guess. No? So we need some power. So whenever you're in a turn, you need some extra power. Just like this. We're gonna come put the parking brake now and grab your checklist. Good. Alright, parking brake set. Good. Alright, so checklist. Let's just move forward here since they're leaving. Okay.
Parking brake set.
Okay.
Flight controls correct.
Check. Pull back. To the side, left, right, free and correct. Good.
Did it change that speed?
Was it? Yes, always power at 1,000 anytime we are basically sitting down like right now, always power at 1,000.
Okay. The next one is the flight control stabilizer rudder trim, check and set.
We already checked that it's on neutral. It is neutral, good.
How do I know it's neutral?
The white piece right here with the outside,
Yep.
that's neutral position. You see?
Yep.
Good. That's neutral.
Alright. Throttle, 2000 RPM.
So,
Engines.
anytime you're going to increase the throttle power, feet on the brakes in case the parking brake disengages.
Okay.
So right there. Now throttle to 2000. I want you to do the checklist.
And brake.
Just basically have your feet right there.
Okay. And this is already on the brake, right?
Yeah.
The brake is on, okay. And
That's why it doesn't let you like push
Right.
here.
and then throttle 2000 RPM, so you have to put it up to
Yep.
2000? Instruments and affairs, check. Keep it like that.
2000.
Yeah.
Right there. Good.
Bring back to idle.
No. Leave it there at 2000.
Okay.
What's the next thing?
Oh, okay, the engine instruments and annunciators.
So if you check all the engine instruments, they're on the green.
Yeah.
Annunciator, you're gonna make sure everything is off. But now, if you press a button, everything works. This one comes a little bit problem, so it's
Okay.
good.
Annunciators, then the magnetos, 175/50.
So you have both, which it is right now,
Yeah.
left, right, and both, and off. Sorry. So you're gonna go from left.
Left.
Yep.
And right.
Yep.
Right.
So look, you're gonna
Yeah.
go to both, all the way.
Both.
Yep. To both, right there.
Say again.
So you're gonna go left. We're gonna see a decrease in RPM. Leave it right there on left.
Left. Yeah.
You see the decrease in RPM? About 50 RPM. Good. We're gonna go back to both. It increased back to 2000.
Okay.
So now if we go back to the right, it decreased about another 75.
Yep.
So that's basically within the standard. That shouldn't be more than 50 degrees or 50 RPM between
Okay.
the two. So you can go back to both.
All right.
So spark plugs are good. Vacuum
Magnetos vacuum check.
is this one right here. Make sure it's within those numbers that you have right there. 4.8 and 5.2.
That's the vacuum, and that's it. Is there anything over here?
Nope. Just
Yeah,
here.
in front of me.
Okay.
Just because you are early on the call, I'm going to
alternator
call the center to
check.
make sure they've had the moment
Alternator,
to,
we're going to turn on the
select
landing
your
light and the
flight.
mosquito heat
Looks
right
pretty
here.
good. Just give me
And
a
if
couple
we
minutes
look
and
down
I'll
here, you
start.
see the amp meter.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it will spike up over 20, you'll see. Boop. It's over 20.
20,
That means
okay.
the alternator is charging the battery. So if we turn it off, it decreases the load.
Right. Because it's more current is going
It's
to
more power dragging,
yeah.
from the alternator.
Yep. Carb heat, 75 RPM.
So this one is a carb heat. I want you to turn it on.
Departure radar vectors. Wavy intersection that has filed.
Yep, that one.
Maintain 3,000.
Down,
expect
just
flight
down.
Level
Down,
400.
Okay.
10 minutes
As
after
when you
departure.
turn,
RPM
Departure frequency
yep,
is
you will check for the
125.7.
RPM drop. You see one below 2,000.
36.
Back off. So put it up. It will increase the RPM.
Okay. So it will increase up to about like 50, 75 like that.
Yep,
Okay. Carb heat off.
it is off.
145 Rebec is correct.
Throttle,
Our system
550
only
to
puts
650
clocks on
RPM.
aircraft
All the way
30
to
minutes
idle.
before the departure time. So I had to amend your proposed departure time to 23:35 Zulu just so that it would have a squawk. So if for some reason that screws up,
When you go to idle, don't
your
press
flight
it down
plan,
like
'cause it only
this.
stays
Right.
alive
Just
for
go,
2
it
hours.
will
If you
stop
need the
anyway.
time
Look,
extended,
if
just
you go
put a
quick,
shout on ground or
that's it,
plan,
that's
we can
fine.
do that for you.
Okay.
You see, it's not like you have to press it
Got
down.
it.
You're very welcome.
Aux
Talk later.
vacuum we don't have in this airplane.
Okay. If we take a round checklist and
So
take
before
off,
takeoff, run check is complete. Before takeoff, battery master switch verifies on.
on.
Alternator switch on.
On.
D sets magnetic compass. Today this is not working, so we're gonna use our magnetic compass, which is right here.
Okay.
Let me just put this here. Good.
Pre-takeoff briefing.
So pre-takeoff briefing, I'm gonna explain to you when we get back to the office. I'm gonna give you a cheat. That way you memorize that.
Okay.
So the pre-takeoff briefing consists of if we have an engine failure before we rotate, we're gonna maintain center line, close the throttle, and apply brakes as required. If we have an engine failure after we rotate below 100 feet, look for the best spot to land within 30 degrees.
Yeah.
If we have an engine failure above 100 feet, we're gonna make a right turn to land again on this runway. In case we have total failure, we're gonna land on runway 19er, which is basically down there. Pre-takeoff briefing is complete. Next
Okay.
thing.
Fuel selector.
So switch tanks to the right tank.
Right.
On the ground, we don't need to have the fuel pump on when we switch tanks, but in there, we must have the fuel pump before we switch tanks. So
Okay.
you have to turn it on, then switch tanks. So, no, it's fine now. I'm
Okay.
just explaining.
I see.
So, okay, next thing.
So this will always stay on, the fuel pump?
Right now it's off.
Okay.
This is just a backup pump in case the
Okay.
engine-driven fuel pump fails in the air.
Yeah.
This one kicks in, and you turn it on, and it kicks in.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright. Then the select stabilators, rudder trim, neutral.
We're gonna check there.
set.
Neutral,
Yep.
neutral,
Flaps set and verify.
0. We're gonna use 0 flaps
Okay.
for takeoff.
Okay. Flight instruments, avionics.
So flight instrument, we're gonna make sure it's 0. Horizon, set. This one, it works, but it's not really accurate.
Mhm.
So we're now showing about 340 right here. So I guess it's working. And this is 0 indication for our vertical speed. So we check our 6 packs and they look
Okay.
good.
Alright. And this one, do you have to set?
I already said it when we were on the ramp.
Okay.
Right there, good.
Alright. And this is set based on the
Altimeter pressure.
from the tower or
Yeah,
from the weather?
when I got the METAR, basically, METAR is only the written version.
Yeah.
When we listen to the METAR,
Mhm.
now that's called the ATIS.
Got it.
So that's why. It's same thing now you listen to it.
Okay.
Yep.
And it is say that is a 29992.
Right now is, if we listen to it, let me see.
Runway 119 are closed till further notice.
Well, we have to wait until, but that's basically the pressure right now.
Okay.
29.89.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. And then this is okay. Then the seats.
Seats
system
upright.
Seat backs upright.
Seat
Seat
belt
belt harness on. Parking brake.
Release.
Release.
So, wait, before you do that, make sure you also have your feet on your brake so the plane doesn't go moving. So you can release it.
Okay.
You know how to release it? Nope. So to release it, this button doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Release it.
So just pull it out and then.
Yeah. To release
Okay.
it, like let's say the parking brake is like this, you just pull a little bit more.
Yeah.
This engages and just let it go.
Got it.
Yep.
Yep.
So right now parking brake is disengaged.
Mhm.
I don't see your feet on the brake. Alright, good. Because right now the parking brake is disengaged. Let's
Got
say
it.
we were like this right now, that plane actually will go forward.
If we don't have the brake.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's something very important because at night you can barely see outside, and a lot of people they end up moving to the grass without them noticing.
I just got to check with the center to make sure they don't have any.
Alright, so we're finished before checkup checklist. So that checklist we have to wait until we get there.
Okay.
So we're gonna taxi out of the run-up area. So you have the controls. I want you to use the power and the rudders to get out of this area. Not the brakes. So you need to increase a little bit the rudders. I mean the power. Also, you need to start turning because that wheel will end up on the grass.
Okay.
Then press on the brakes. Remember, no brakes.
No brakes. Okay.
Brakes are on top, and we don't want to use brakes because all we use to turn is on the. I want to see those feet on the bottom.
Maintain 3000, expect flight level 430,
All the way to the right.
0 minutes after departure.
So you have the controls. I want you to take me.
5.7.
Yep. I want you to take me right before the whole short line and stop before it.
Okay.
You're going too fast right now.
Down 957, read back correct, ground point 6 for taxi, have a safe flight.
Right now we're too close to the whole short line.
Yeah.
You don't want to ever do that.
Okay. So just
You want to step more back. Yeah.
Okay. So at least I can see those numbers then, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Not only that, but like it's a lot safer.
Okay.
So right now we're gonna switch over.
Organic CSA.
Bravo Alpha Golf, cross 1, all the way down to the end for 922.
Tower Icarus 9er Alpha 32, ready for departure.
Icarus 9, Republic Ground, your right downwind departure. Is approved, wind 29014, gust 18, 32, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 32 Icarus 9er. So now I'm gonna have the controls for the takeoff, so I want you to release the brakes.
Okay. You have control?
I have the controls, yes. So right now, boom, boom, boom. That's basically the checklist. He just they clear me for takeoff right away. Alright, here center line, ailerons into the wind. Alright, full power. Engine instrument are on the green. Airspeed is alive, so the airspeed is moving. So we're gonna rotate up 55. Once we get closer to 55, we're going to start adding the back pressure. Okay, right there. That sun is blinding me.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a little bit of trim, so it helps me. Some back trim to help me hold that nose up. So we're going to climb at
922.
VY is 79.
Cross 1 again and into the ramp.
Countline 922, yes sir.
Thanks.
79?
Yep. So all I'm doing is pitching for 79. So if I see it too fast, I'm going to increase the back pressure so it can slow down. See, 800 feet, clear right. Well, keeping that nose up so we can still climb at 79.
Okay.
So right now we're on the crosswind leg. So there's a right crosswind.
How do I know that?
What's that?
The right crosswind?
I believe I sent you a video about that, but we can discuss it on the ground. So this is a crosswind leg. Right now we're going to turn downwind. So there's the downwind leg. Once we're parallel to the runway,
yeah,
this is a downwind.
This is yeah, and then the upwind. The towards that direction.
Upwind is when we take off.
Take off, yeah.
Yep. Then upwind, crosswind, downwind, then base when we're coming into land base, and final.
Okay.
So we're gonna keep it climbing. I want you to perform the climb checklist.
Okay. Flaps, retract to 0. Yep.
0.
Yep. Then climb power set.
Full power, good.
Full power.
That's climb power.
Pressure control full reach.
It is full reach.
Electrical pump off.
This?
Pump, yeah.
Off. Good.
Flaps 0.
Verify they're 0, and they're on 0. Good.
Climb checklist complete.
Good. That's it. So I want you, now you're going to have the flight controls to take me down to Captree.
Captree? Okay.
Yeah, Captree, you see Captree from here?
Okay. And the control?
You have the flight controls, one hand.
Okay.
Yep, the other hand should be right here. In case you want to adjust the power setting,
Yeah.
that hand is always available. So that hand is only for power, that hand is only to fly the airplane. So we're gonna climb to 2,500.
Okay.
So right now we're at 2,000. Are you familiar with this?
Yeah.
So all right.
2,000.
So right now we're at 2,000.
500.
So we're gonna climb to 2,500. So, and right now we're gonna climb at 79. Pretty good. A little bit more to the right, so we don't get blown too far east. Right here is good. You can maintain. Yeah, this heading 150. You see the 150?
150? Okay.
Yeah, maintain 150.
Alright.
So to level off, we're gonna use pitch, power, trim, just in that same steps.
Yeah.
So pitch means to lower the nose, so we don't keep climbing. Power is just reduced to 2,200 RPM, and trim to relieve that back pressure. So right now 2,500. So pitch.
Right.
Nope, the power not yet. So we're just gonna reduce that nose right there, so we don't keep climbing.
Okay.
Down, more down.
So vertical speed 0.
Right now, don't look at this.
Let's look at the vertical speed so that it'll
Not really, because it lags. It has like a 6 seconds lagging.
Oh.
Yep. So basically, all you want to do, this is the most accurate instrument.
Okay.
So we need to get that nose down.
Okay.
So get that nose down.
2,500.
Then power to 2,200 RPM. So reduce power to 2,200 while keeping that nose down. Yep, reduce that power. So that's why we have to hold too much forward pressure, because the airplane is going extremely fast.
Yeah.
So more.